thing and say welcome. Ahora no, espera, bueno,
Okay.
Wait, so I just bang it and say welcome?
Right?
So I just bang it and then I say welcome?
Welcome everybody. And then I'm going to go from there.
Okay.
Right? And then after you say welcome, I'm going to pass it to your sister. Give you. And after your sister says welcome.
Oh, no, I'm not ready.
Everybody to our council meeting. Just a few more minutes. Be with you in just a minute. Good. Everybody ready? Good.
Welcome, everybody.
Reach.
Welcome.
All right. You guys have noticed that we have some guests here right next to me, and they are my mayors for a day, Ella and Eva. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody to our council meeting tonight for Thursday, May 13, 2021 at 6:30. Let's go ahead and rise up, if you don't mind, if you can. And Mr. Dale Herring with C3 Church is going to lead us in prayer. Thank you. And after the prayer, please remain standing because we got the color guard. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for this opportunity and leading prayer tonight. So let us pray. Father God, we come to you this evening with thankfulness in our hearts, Lord. We thank you for this great nation. We thank you for our many freedoms that we get to enjoy with it. Tonight, we especially honor those great men that have served in this nation. We're going to honor this evening. We lift up now all of our first responders here, our firemen, our EMTs, our policemen, everyone in the medical field, our nurses, and our doctors. We pray for their continued safety and strength as they continue to push forward and endure and ensure that we get to still enjoy our freedoms. We thank you that they are covered with your protection, Lord. That we continue to lift them up, that they have the strength to do their jobs that you've called them to do. We lift up Mayor Martinez, our council members, and all representatives here this evening. We thank you that they are given to godly wisdom and counsel. We thank you that they are continuing to lead in excellence for this great city of Loganville, with its citizens' peace and prosperity in mind. And we lift up the citizens as well here. We lift up all the businesses and everyone doing their part to continue to make this city so great. In Jesus' name we do pray this. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Dale. Color guard. Post.
right face. Pose. Color. Present arms.
Post. Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready, two. Left face. Forward, heart.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks again to the Post 233 Color Guard. Great job as usual. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order, and I'm going to ask for a motion for the adoption of the agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make an amendment to the agenda.
Okay.
Need to add under the city manager, we need to add the IGA for GDOT, with the GDOT for the equipment loan agreement, sir.
Okay. So we're amending the agenda for under the city manager's report. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second for the amended agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Okay. The agenda has been amended. Now I'm going to ask for a motion to adopt the amended agenda.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, the amended agenda has been adopted. Now we're coming down to a consent agenda. These are items that we talked about during our work session. And if there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and ask for a motion to adopt the consent agenda. We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second by Linda Dodd. Any questions about the consent agenda? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, the consent agenda has been adopted. Now we're coming down to our presentations, and this is, as you guys noticed, this is just a beautiful night. It's just a very memorable night, and I'm so glad to be part of it, and I'm glad all of you are here to be part of it. But we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to tell you one little thing real quick. Chief Elliott, I got his daughter here, and his sister, and Assistant Chief of Stone Mountain, Mr. Mark Allen. Mark, right? And he's going to present a proclamation for Chief Elliott. Chief Elliott, he's going to talk about Chief Elliott in just a minute, but I'm going to talk about him. One of the nicest guy you're ever going to meet. Chief Elliott, I saw him last year at a 4th of July event. He showed up with, of course, our own Trisha Elliott, and he said, "Mr. Mayor, come on." And I said, "Hey, Mark, hey, Mr. Ray." His name was also Ray, and he said, one thing that I'll never forget is that he said, "I appreciate you, and you're doing a good job." And that there meant so much to me during the trying times that we had last year in 2020. So with that, go ahead, Mr. Allen.
All right. Whereas Chief Ray Elliott was a devoted husband to his wife Tricia, father to Morgan, and grandfather to Eden. Whereas Chief Elliott proudly served in the United States Air Force as a military police officer in the 94th Combat Support Group based at Dobbins Air Force Base from 1978 until he was honorably discharged in 1984, obtaining the rank of Staff Sergeant. Whereas Chief Elliott began his service to Stone Mountain Park in March 1979. During his 39-year career, he served both full and part-time as a ranger, police officer, firefighter, EMT, rescue diver, captain over the Fire Rescue Division, and was promoted to Chief of Police and Fire in January 2021. Whereas Chief Elliott continued to serve in a part-time role while he built a career in the DeKalb County Fire Department, where he was selected Firefighter of the Year in 1999 and obtained the rank of Battalion Chief before retiring and returning to the Stone Mountain Park Department of Public Safety. Whereas Chief Elliott was a dedicated and caring leader within the Stone Mountain Park Department of Public Safety, who always had a smile and willingness to assist anyone with any task. His career has made each member of the department and the department a safer, more professional, highly regarded department throughout the state. Whereas Chief Elliott will be truly missed, the impact he made with the Stone Mountain Park Department in his life and all those around them will not be forgotten. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Loganville, the Mayor, and City Council express their condolences to the family on the passing of their husband, father, and grandfather, given on this 13th day of May, 2021.
Absolutely. Here's Mr. Chief Elliott's sister. Do you want to come up and say a few words?
For those of you that had the privilege of knowing my father, I hope that you also had the honor of learning from him, because he was a wonderful man and he made an impact on all of us that we will never forget. Thank you.
Again, on behalf of the City of Loganville, it is our honor to honor your dad. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, now we're coming down to, you guys know in a few weeks we got Memorial Day coming up, and this is one of my, if not my favorite holidays of the year. A lot of people take that beautiful day for granted. A lot of people, rightly so, go to barbecues and they go to the beach and all that. But we need to honor our veterans, and it is my great honor. I tell you, it's what you call the greatest generation, and let me tell you, they are the greatest generation. And I have a World War II veteran here, Mr. Bakken, and I want to honor him real quick. I got a proclamation here for you, sir.
I'm a little hard here.
I'm going to have my assistants come and assist me to that. Letter of recognition to Roger Bakken, World War II veteran. Mr. Bakken signed up for the draft in the U.S. Army in 1943 when the United States was entering into the Second World War. Going through basic training in California, he was stationed on several bases in the U.S. before being sent to Europe on a troop ship. It was 1944, and Roger was assigned to drive ambulances taking the wounded from field hospitals to the hospital ships. He was only 19 years old. How about that? After the end of the war in Germany, Roger was sent to the Philippines where he hauled supplies. 2.5 years later, he was home. Mr. Bakken had traveled around the world and experienced that changed him. He then met his lovely wife, which is here. We're blessed to have her here today. She was quiet, and he was the opposite. An example of a beautiful lifetime of love. They are best of friends. They know each other's thoughts just by sharing a look. They have completed 71 years of marriage. 74. They have lived through hardships, raised a family, and now take care of each other. As we gather together later this month to celebrate Memorial Day with our families, let us take a moment to remember Mr. Bachman and thousands of men and women. The brave soldiers who have continued to fight for what we hold dear, our freedom and our beautiful country. We recognize Mr. Roger Bachman for his extraordinary service in the U.S. Army in World War II. Given this 13th day of May, 2021, Ray Martinez, your mayor. What an honor. What an honor, sir. Okay, now.
That's it.
All right. Mr. Holt. Here again. Come up. Like I said, today is a special night, very special night, and I'm glad to be here and to see. I mean, just look at the crowd. I'm so glad to be able to honor such distinguished men. Really is. Mr. Holden is a Korean War veteran. In recognition, sir. Today we recognize Mr. Victor Holden, Korean War veteran. The Korean War began in 1950. The United States entered the conflict as an aid to South Korea, along with the United Nations. U.S. troops made a majority of the military involvement. The entire police action was over by July 1953, when an agreement was reached, but the United States lost 33,000 military lives, with another 110,000 wounded. Mr. Holden served as an assistant communications and documents officer. Responsible for all classified documents, he had given secret clearance. He was tasked to decode messages and encrypt the squadron reports. Along with his service, he was given the opportunity to see Japan, Spain, France, Naples through his tour, eventually returning home to Norfolk, Virginia. Been there many times. Mr. Helton is one of many whose stories complete for us a picture of our freedom here in our great United States. With Memorial Day right around the corner, the city of Loganville would like to thank Mr. Holden for his service to our great country. Given this 13th day of May 2021, Mayor Ray Martinez. What an honor. Thank you. We have one more. As you guys know, Memorial Day means a lot to a lot of us, not everybody. And we have a Gold Star Mom group. You guys remember First Lieutenant Joseph Helton. If you go down to you go down to Walton County Government Building, you will see a statue there. And I have his mom here, and of course his granddad here. So we're honoring both of them. And they're here to honor your grandson and of course your son. And
tell you, it's a great honor. This doesn't happen every day where we honor these folks. But I'm going to read the letter of appreciation for family. On this day, the city of Loganville is very proud to recognize First Lieutenant Joseph B. Helton Jr. for his excellence during his life and service to the United States. First Lieutenant Helton entered the Air Force Academy during the summer of 2003 after being a significant part of the Air Force Junior ROTC in Monroe, Georgia. In 2006, he was one of 18 cadets that were granted an opportunity to experience an active battlefield at the time. He was assigned to the 379th Air Expeditionary Wing at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar from July 3rd to August 2nd. He received the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal. After graduating in 2007 with military distinction in the top 15% of his class, First Lieutenant Joseph Helton requested an appointment with the security forces. By January 31st, 2009, the First Lieutenant Helton was boots on ground in Baghdad, Iraq, assigned to Det Free as Police Transition Team Flight Commander. After volunteering to lead a mission over Labor Day weekend, First Lieutenant Joseph B. Helton was KIA, killed in action. First Lieutenant Joseph B. Helton Jr. received numerous recognitions, medals, commendations throughout his military career. Most of it, he was the recipient of the Air Force Commendation Medal for his military service. First Lieutenant Helton is remembered for his service to his country by having his name in several military buildings from Texas to Florida, including a memorial in our great city Monroe, Georgia, right down the street, where a statue of him and a poem Invictus by William Ernest Henley is posted, a favorite of his during his lifetime. Today, we'd like to honor First Lieutenant Joseph D. Helton Jr. for his diligence, service, and his ultimate sacrifice for the United States of America. Given this 13th day of May, 2021, Mayor Ray Martinez. But no. I tell you, I warned you guys on Monday. This is going to be a special day, and I'm so glad you guys are here. If you don't have a tear in your eye, I'll tell you, it's amazing, amazing. A special lady that I've known for a few years now. I remember I got a call that her husband was being transported from Tampa to our great city of Loganville. And I remember a few years back, and I remember standing in the street and saluting as he was coming home to the city of Loganville. But I also want to recognize a Gold Star of Life here in Newark Memorial Day. You guys remember a few years back, about 2 years ago or so, Master Sergeant Mark Allen, passed away from disease. But I'd like to, and of course his wife Shannon, and his daughter's also here. But I also would like to do a certificate of recognition to Master Sergeant. This certificate of recognition presented to Master Sergeant Mark Allen. The city of Loganville is proud to recognize Master Sergeant Mark Allen, who passed away peacefully October 12, 2019. 10 years after he was wounded
as a result of an attack in his unit, July 7, 2009, Master Sergeant Allen sustained a gunshot wound to the head. This would left him unable to speak, walk, or care for himself. Master Sergeant Allen enlisted in the U.S. Army in 1991 at the age of 17. The age of 17, how about that? Serving his country already at the age of 17. While a senior in high school. For 23 years, he served the armed forces, including the U.S. Army, the Florida Army National Guard, and the Georgia Army National Guard, receiving 2 Bronze Stars Awards and the Purple Heart. He was airborne, air assault, and drill sergeant qualified, serving in 2 combat deployments, Iraq from 2005 to 2006, and Afghanistan in 2009. It was the last deployment that changed Master Sergeant Mark Allen's life forever. With Memorial Day, later this month, we would like to thank his family and Master Sergeant Mark Allen for giving it all as he gave his service to our great country of the United States of America. Given this 13th day of May 2021, Mayor Ray Martinez, an honor to be here. And I have not forgotten Stan. Stan, you are coming up, my friend. You're coming up. Let me come around with us. Right there. We're gonna have a little fun. I want the girls' basketball team. Girls' basketball team. Come on. You guys were at the court. You shouldn't be embarrassed. All right, as you guys know, the girls, and I'm going to let the coach say a few words about the girls, because he coached them. But as you know, these girls did an outstanding job this year, and I'm very proud of them. I really am. These are the Lady Red Devils for Loganville High School, and they reached a milestone. Now I'm going to let the coach talk about that. But I just wanted them to, I just wanted the city to recognize them. In recognition, Loganville High School Lady Red Devils, whereas the Loganville Lady Red Devils basketball team are hereby recognized for the 2020-2021 region 858 champions. And whereas the Lady Red Devils ended the season with 26 wins and 4 losses. And whereas the Lady Red Devils finished the Georgia High School 5A Elite 8 with postseason ranking of number 6 in the state in 5A and number 1 region championship in 21 years. Whereas all members of the Loganville High School Lady Red Devil basketball team, whether a coach or a player, is hereby commended for the accomplishment and outstanding representation of the city of Loganville. And whereas on behalf of the city of Loganville, great appreciation is expressed to the diligent commitment to the team, to the sport, and for making the community proud. We are so proud of y'all, what you guys have accomplished. We are. And therefore, the Loganville Red Devils are being recognized by the mayor of the city of Loganville, Georgia, for their hard work and effort put into being champions. As given to this 13th day of May 2021, Mayor Ray Martinez. What a great honor. And we got, on behalf of the city of Logan Coach, we got a little ball signed by the council members and some of the city staff right there.
We're trying to represent Loganville, but really trying to be good to these veterans. We just want to thank y'all for your service.
Thank you. All right, now, we got a few pictures up. Okay. Eva and Ella, I started a program a couple years ago, and we stopped it last year because of COVID, what I call Mayor for a Day, where we have young boys coming to Loganville and just learn about our city, and they have a great time. So Eva and Ella were here on Monday. There's two phases to the program. One, they got to come Monday or Tuesday or a day before the council meeting, and basically just meet our staff, ask questions, and so on and so forth. They even got to see some pictures. They got to meet some police officers. They got to ride in a car, right, on a fire truck, and they really, really loved it. The second part of that is they got to show up and be Mayor for a Day. So they have earned their certificates for Mayor for a Day, and I'm excited. I really am. So this is a certificate. City of Loganville, Office of the Mayor, Certificate of Honor. Let it hereby be known that on this day, I, Ray Martinez, Mayor of the City of Loganville, do recognize Ella Huguet as honorary Mayor for the day from May 13, 2021. How about that? Look at you. You want to show it up? Show it up. And your beautiful sister too, she was part of it. City of Loganville, Office of the Mayor, Certificate of Honor, let it be hereby be known that on this day, I, Ray Martinez, Mayor of the City of Loganville, do recognize Eva Huguet as honorary mayor for a day in Loganville, May 13, 2021. Congratulations. Thank you. Now, you can go back and hang out with me, you can stick around, whatever you want, or you can. He wants, she wants to hang out. Good choice. We're not done yet. Good deal. Stan, want to say a few words about Ride for America? Stan Malden is going to say a few words about our event coming up, Ride for America. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You know, it's always an honor to be at these city council meetings. This time of the year, I speak at quite a few different city council meetings and different veterans type organizations. And I always want to talk about Ride for America. I get real emotional thinking about these men that we've honored here tonight. I escorted your husband home. I did. It was an honor. So I just wanted to tell you that. On last year was the first year we did not have a Ride for America. You know, some guys told me that, well, first of all, the mayor told me we didn't need to do it. So I listened to him pretty good, you know, because he plays a big part in Ride for America. But lo and behold, some guys told me, you know, we're going to do this with or without you. And there was 20-something motorcycles that did it without the police, did it without a ceremony in Madison like we normally do, did it without a ceremony up here. So we actually did have a 20-second Ride for America. Now, I've been involved in a lot of different organizations, but never involved with one that's lasted this long. And I'm not sure that I had a whole lot to do with making it last or helping it last this long. I am grateful that it did, don't get me wrong, because we honor a lot of people. We do a lot of good things for a lot of people too. I could sit up here or stand up here and tell you a lot of those things that we do. We got a national college scholarship fund that we almost raised from a baby that now is taken and sustaining itself. It's called the National Legacy College Scholarship Fund. We also started a local college scholarship fund called Corporal Ayers College Scholarship Fund. And we do the Georgia War Veterans Home 2 times a year. For those people that don't know about Georgia War Veterans Home, I'm proud that we got one, but I'm not sure I want to be a patient there. And I say that in the sense that it's a beautiful, clean place, but there's some pitiful people there. People that serve this nation. People that gave us what we have today. I spent 14 months in Vietnam in 1968 and 69. And I just thought I had it rough. When I come home, I was the only one that was right. Everybody else was wrong. And after going through quite a few different PTSD programs, I found out that I was wrong. So what I try to do every year on Memorial Day and Veterans Day, when we put on that Veterans Day ceremony, I try to do good things for other people, other veterans that really are in need of help. And again, it does our heart good. The mayor has been with us when we awarded different monies and different things to different people that really, really need support, like at the Vet Center in Lawrenceville, at Thanksgiving and at Christmas time. You know, there's a lot of people out there that's in need, especially after last year. But thank God we still have a good, strong program in Ride for America. It starts off right at the American Legion in Loganville. I can't imagine that guy that's coming down the road and all of a sudden one of our police department steps out there and goes. Because it takes about sometimes as much as 18 minutes to get everybody out there. When I first pull out, I can see him. You know, but hey, if he knew the good that we were doing on those motorcycles, he would understand also. Ordy, if you will, come up and for just a minute. And Ordy Brown is our riders director. And Ordy does a good job with this every year. He's put up with me for quite some time, but Mr. Mayor, thank you for this opportunity. City Council, I appreciate what you guys do for us. The Loganville Police Department, the Walton County Sheriff's Department, on and on and on. The fire department, our safety vehicles go with us, you know, on our route and back. There's just numerous people in the city of Loganville that I really need to say thank you to, but I'm afraid I may miss somebody, so I'll stop. Ordy, thank you for being here and talking with the people here. I appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
First of all, it's an honor to be part of a great city like Loganville. Having the support that we get from the city, from all the resources that we have opportunity at hand, because Ride for America is a big event and it supports our veterans that's out there that are in need, like Stan said, and we can't do it alone. So we have a lot of different partners that team up with us. Our sponsors play a big role. The city plays a big role. The fire department plays a big role. Our first responders across the different counties play a big role. And we're very appreciative of it. And we thank God for even giving us the opportunity of keeping us safe with 800 to 1,000 motorcycles going down the road. And our safety record has been outstanding.
knock on a little wood, all right? But safety is always a big concern with us, having that many motorcycles coming from all over, taking part in an event, and then in the end, it's worth it. We don't take any money and take it personal. We always put it back in the community for veterans or our community people that need help, and that's where our funds go. So we're thankful for all the sponsors and everybody that allow us to make this event a big one. And this year, since we didn't have one last year, a lot of stuff on Facebook saying that, hey, we're ready to roll. We're ready to crank them up. We're ready to roll. As they said, they want to hear less talking and let's do some more riding.
That's right.
So, so that's what we're going to do this year. And I just want to thank the city of Loganville, city council, and the community for allowing us being part of a great organization. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a great organization. If you guys are around Memorial Day, you want to be at the post 233 there in the morning. Mr. Ron Nelson. Sir, I want to do a certificate of recognition. This certificate of recognition is presented to Mr. Ron Nelson. The city of Loganville is proud to have examples in the community such as Mr. Ron Nelson. Mr. Nelson served the United States Air Force, SAC, as Airman First Class from December 1952 until 1961. His duties include repairs to the aerial photography equipment on the RB-36, B-52, and F-86 fighters. Mr. Nelson is a longtime member of the American Legion Post 233 and a color guard. As we prepare to celebrate and remember all the military men and women lost during their service to the country on Memorial Day, we would also like to thank Ron Nelson for his military service. Given this 13th day of May 2021, Ray Martinez, your mayor. Thank you so much for your service, sir. Thank you. And I promise you, we're almost done. This is my last recognition here. As you guys know, some of you guys may know that this month is foster care, CASA, and Foster Family Recognition Month. Whereas we have a responsibility as individuals, neighbors, community members, and residents to recognize that all children need love, support, security, and a place to call home. And whereas currently in Walton County, more than 51 families are certified by the Department of Family Services to provide caring, safe, and nurturing homes for children and youth in foster care. And whereas Alcovy Casa court-appointed special advocates serves our children in foster care with community volunteers and reports to the juvenile judge of the best interest of the children they serve, and whereas we must come together as a community to recognize the important role foster parents play in caring for children who have experienced abuse and neglect, supporting family reunification. I got it, wow. And building strong communities. And whereas we must come together as a community to recognize the vital role of CASA volunteer has in the life of a child in foster care in caring for the best interest and being the voice of the child. And whereas during National Foster Care Month, we celebrate all those who have invited a child in need into their hearts and homes to express our profound appreciation for those who make foster care possible. Now thereof, Be it resolved that the city of Loganville, on behalf of all residents of Walton County, does hereby proclaim May 21st as Foster Care CASA and Foster Family Recognition Month in Walton County, and urges all residents to volunteer their time and talents on behalf of children in foster care, and to support and to recognize the commitment of foster families and professional staff who work with these children and youth. Given this 13th day of May, 2021, Ray Martinez, Mayor. Thank you. All right, so we are done with our recognition. Thank you so much for staying here throughout that. And now we're going to come down to our committee/department reports, starting with Planning and Development. Chairwoman Lisa Newberry.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say that I am very proud to be a part of this city tonight. Excellent presentation. Thank you, veterans and the families. Okay, so tonight we have a couple of cases. Call Tim up to read the cases, please.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The first case we have on the agenda is R21-001. The applicant is Storage Cap Loganville LP, represented by Anderson Tate and Carr. The property owner is Walton Ranch LLC. The property address is 3525 Atlanta Highway. It's in the public shopping center. The acreage is 4.53 acres. The present zoning is CH. The requested zoning is LI. Proposed development is a climate controlled storage facility. Y'all heard this case on Monday night. If you have any more questions, the applicant is here.
Do you have any questions? Okay, with that being said, I'd like to make a motion to approve the request to rezone from CH to LI for case number R21-001, with the conditions that it must remain enclosed climate-controlled storage facility with no outside storage as shown in the renderings presented to the council.
All right, so we have a motion. Can you?
We can spell that out.
You got to read it.
Okay, well, that's it. Okay, I can add to the, I said enclosed climate-controlled storage facility with no outside storage or parking.
Okay.
Okay,
Perfect.
we good?
Good.
Okay,
All right.
motion.
So we have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion been approved.
Next item we have on the agenda is R21-004. The applicant is 412 Conyers Road LLC. The property owner is 412 Conyers Road LLC. The map and parcel number is LG060182. The present zoning is R16. The requested zoning is CH. The address is 412 Conyers Road. It's 0.85 acres. Proposed development is for office use. And the applicant is here if y'all have any questions.
Okay, any questions? I'd like to make a motion to approve the request to rezone from R16 to CH for case 1-004.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Pass. Congratulations. 4-0. Thank you.
And the only other item we have on the agenda is the Planning Commission.
Yes. And I'd like to, if you don't know, we have a vacancy on our Planning and Zoning Commission, so I'd like to make a motion to appoint Lisa Luttrell to the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Okay, so we have a motion.
Second.
We have a second by Bill. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. And pass. 4-0. Congratulations. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then last is just a housekeeping. I want to make an announcement. We've got a planning and zoning class coming up for you, the citizens. It's May 18th at 6:30 right here in the council chambers, and it's everything from planning and zoning, planning and development from the city. It's A to Z, soup to nuts. So we invite everybody to come out if you can.
Great.
And that is all we have, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you. On YouTube as well.
It is.
It is.
Thank you. Okay. All right, now we're coming down to finance/economic development, Chairwoman Ann Hutzinger.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Most of mine were on consent. I have one thing to give some updates on. That's the town hall meeting. I met with Shane Short along with Danny Roberts to talk about him facilitating that meeting for us. It is May 20th, which is a week from tonight at 6:30 p.m. He sent over a economic development town hall meeting ground rules, which I'd like to share with you tonight.
Thanks.
Number one, there will be no speaking roles for the city council or staff. If this is truly about hearing from the citizens, let us hear from them and them only. The role of the city council, staff, and development authority is to take the information received from the survey and town hall meeting, combine it into an actionable plan at a later date. City council, staff, and development authority members are encouraged to attend and will be seated together at the back of the gym. The facilitator will introduce them. Number two, the event will be facilitated by Shane Short. Shane Short, Executive Director of the Development Authority of Walton County, will begin the town hall with a brief introduction of himself and state why the city has organized the event. He will encourage the audience to think about the future of the city of Loganville and what the ideal community and/or downtown looks like. There are no right or wrong answers, just opinions. Shane will not allow conversations to be held about the past. The focus is entirely on the future. Ground rules for the audience. There will be a time limit of 3 minutes for each person to speak. After everyone has had an opportunity to provide feedback, if time permits, we will go back around the room for more opinions. Outbursts will not be tolerated. Violators will be warned once and escorted out if not followed. Police presence is required. This is not a Q&A session. This is a gathering of information. Some questions may be asked from the audience. The facilitator will determine if it should be answered and by whom. All attempts to answer questions will be done by the facilitator. The session will last from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. promptly. And just a couple of other things. We'll have about 200 chairs. Is that right, Danny, from what we talked about today?
Maybe a little bit more, yes.
Okay. We're going to practice social distancing as much as possible. Masks are encouraged, I think is what we talked about today as well.
Yeah, speaking with Robbie, there is a 3-foot separation, but if you're a family, you don't have to adhere to that. That is the governor's latest ruling, but we will have masks and hand sanitizing station back of the room if you want to wear a mask.
Okay. And are we still doing light waters and cookies and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe Kool-Aid too.
So that's the skinny on the town hall meeting next week. Then between there and based on, Bill, you had some suggestions on our last meeting, we have planned a council LDA retreat to discuss the results of the survey, the results of the town hall meeting, and what we do with that. Shane will also help facilitate that as well. It is scheduled for July 10th at 9 a.m. at Hard Labor Creek. So LDA, I think you guys,
July 10th?
I think Skip talked to you guys.
July
So,
10th?
July 10th, which is a Saturday.
And it's
9
open
a.m.
to the public.
Say again?
Open to the public.
Absolutely. So, and there will be more. I think Shane is talking to facilitators now. He had one person in mind he really wanted to talk to assist, but I don't have that detail yet, if that person's available. So, I hope to see everybody on Thursday. I think it's going to be really important. Mr. Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you so much. All right, July 10th, putting it down. Okay. All right, coming down to public safety. Anything from Jay Bowling?
No, Jay was sorry he couldn't attend. He had a work engagement in Union City. He had a big client he had to meet, and this is the only day he could meet. He said he would apologize.
Sounds good. All right, public utilities / transportation, Bill Duval.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Let's see. First up is, as we discussed on Monday, we have, we're looking to, we have a resolution for you to sign for a CDBG, for the 2022 CDBG.
That's right.
This is for a grant for $500,000 for utility infrastructure improvements on Leesburg Road. And I motion that we approve this resolution.
Okay,
Second.
so we have a motion by Bill, we have a second by Lisa Newberry. Any discussion on this? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, it's been passed 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you. The second thing we have is, we also discussed on Monday, is we have we'd like to move forward with the intersection evaluation for the Publix shopping center in that corridor. There'll be a combined, Keckenwood will do the study. It'll be the kind of the tipping off point. With the results from it, we expect will lead to what is a proper signal or what is a proper traffic control at the shopping center. Help alleviate traffic along 78, and as well as the Logan Town Center. The study covers the crash history and the ICE reports that are needed for DOT. DOT has very favorable for this, and the outcome would be a program by Georgia DOT to actually fund the project. But we have to do the study first. So the study is a total of $32,005, and I motion that we proceed with that work.
Bill, is that correct that Publix is going to help us out with this, correct?
You're correct. Publix will help on this study for up to $15,000 on it.
That's right. All right, so we have a motion by Chairman Bill Duval. Do we have a second? By Ann. Any discussions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. It's been passed 4-0, sir.
Thank you, sir. The only other thing is, if you've ridden around town, you've probably seen some of the little piezo strips across the road that's doing the traffic counts, and that's part of our comprehensive traffic study that's going on now around Loganville. So they moved quickly to get those underway. So, but that's all I have.
Hey,
Thank you
Bill,
so much, Bill.
Yes,
I have
ma'am.
a question. Are the pylons with the cameras on them, are those the same thing? Are those also for traffic counts?
Are they?
Yeah, they're all over too.
Yeah, so they move from intersection, and there's 28 intersections we're looking at for the traffic study.
Yep.
And they do move those cameras around to the intersections that we've identified. There are some rumble strips on roads that you'll see as well. Those are all part of the traffic study for ARC. So yeah, those cameras actually count the cars. So somebody watches it on a monitor and literally counts the cars for a 12-hour period. So we're trying to get them done for the school. Traffic's out, so it helps the numbers, which helps us do stuff with the traffic.
If you notice that KCI, that's a company that we gave the contract to, they're out there. I mean, I've seen them out there quite a few times. They're out there. They're not wasting any time on this traffic study. So that's good.
So make your loops constantly.
That's right.
Get the numbers up.
Absolutely. All right. Coming down to Public Works / Facilities Chairwoman Linda Dodd.
Mayor, I have no actual items tonight. However, I do want to tell the people that we were out at the carnival this week, and you see our workers out there picking up trash and moving things around, that you thank them for their hard work, because it takes a lot of work to get all that stuff done and keep it up to date. So just thank them for it. That's all I have.
Chairwoman, it was great to see you tonight. We missed you Monday.
I'm sorry I couldn't be here. I had a little fall and got a nice black eye, and my husband really didn't hit me. So
Where's Freddie?
I
That's Freddie. We're watching you, Freddie. We're watching you.
It wasn't his fault, and I have a black eye. So not his fault. I have a black eye.
I'm glad you're here with us
Thank
tonight.
you. Glad I'm here too.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. Human Resources Chairman Danny Ford, he's not here today. Any report on him? None. Good deal. All right, we're coming down to City Manager's report. Danny Roberts.
The only one I have is what we added, the GDOT lease agreement. This is, gives us an agreement. Once Robin approves it, gives you the authority to sign there. This is for an agreement to put some devices in the first responder vehicles, police and fire, to be able to control the red lights. When they're having an emergency, we get through the red lights easier. So GDOT cannot give us this equipment, we do at least a 20-year lease agreement, so it's a very good sport. That cost is zero to the city.
These are right here.
Correct.
So, is that better? Do I need to repeat that, or we get that? Did you hear me?
I think we earned it.
The only person I heard completely was Ray Martinez.
Okay.
Everything he said.
Really? Good deal, so I'm loud.
Real proud.
All right, thank you.
I would make a motion that y'all would approve.
All right, so do we have a motion? We have a motion that we approve, correct? All right, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Bill. Any discussion on what our city manager just, I don't have any discussion.
Do me explain it again?
No,
We can
no,
go
no.
in. Talk all night.
No, no, please,
Maybe like 3 more hours.
no. I think the girl, my mayors for a day wanna go home. All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. It's been passed 4-0, sir. Anything else?
Nothing.
Thank you. And city attorney?
She has nothing either.
Great, I love it. I love it. Again, before I conclude the meeting, and I'm gonna open it up to you all, I want all veterans in the house to stand up and take a bow. All veterans, stand up. Mr. Harold, thank you. Mr. Harold, we can't forget Mr. Tribble too. There you go. Okay. Again, thank you so much for your service. Our community really appreciates it. Mr. Arnold. All right, I'm gonna ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Mayor's for a day. Here you go. Smack that thing hard. Woo! Woo! Smack it hard. Woo! See, they hit my hand. Thank you. You just been adjourned. Good deal. All right. Now this is your time. This is your time. If my mayors for a day want to say a few words, how much they enjoyed our city hall on Monday or what have you, or maybe you guys want to say a few words, you got the open door. So just grab a mic. Open pause. Anybody? Absolutely. Christy, go ahead. Why is it?
Hello, I'd like to invite you all out to our carnival that's going on next door here to City Hall. I know Miss Linda had said something about that, but it did start tonight. It will end tonight at 10 o'clock and be back all weekend. It is here through Sunday. I'd love for y'all to stop by. There's no fee for you to just walk around and smell all the goodies and see the rides and see all the kids' happy faces. Also this weekend downtown, we have our car show going on. The Masters Car Club will be here Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will be down around our town green. Please come and join us. And then the following weekend, on the 21st, we have our first Groovin' on the Green concert with Band X at 7:30 p.m. And then the following weekend, we have the Wing Fling down on the town green. So I hope that you'll come join us.
If you notice, our city is open for business, right, Christy? That's right. That's right. Well, we have our mayor for a day, Eva Huguette. She wants to say a few words.
Hi, I'm Ava, and I'm going to thank Mayor Martinez for letting me and my sister be the mayor, and I want to thank you all for coming out tonight.
Thank you. They did an outstanding job. I'm very proud of them. They really did. All right. Anybody else?
I'd like to say just one real quick word. Can you not hear me?
Just in case, for the folks at YouTube.
We feel very blessed because for over a year, we haven't been able to do anything with our Special Olympics. For the last 4 weeks, we've been having games. The state finally gave us permission to do this. We've been having games for the children at all the schools, well, 4 different schools. Tomorrow, we're going to be at Sharon. We can only have 2 groups at the time and so many kids. But if you could have seen the children and how excited they were to be back together, playing games,
talking to each other. We had a lot of rules and regulations from the state that we had to go by, like mask and hand sanitizer, had to take temperatures, everything. But the children, it's been such a blessing. And tomorrow is the last day we're going to be able to do anything with the kids at school. But we're hoping and praying that everything's going to get back to normal and we can start going on our trips, doing things with our children, and just having a good time. I wish you could come sometimes and visit us, because you would it's amazing what these children can do and what a good time they have. And the city of Loganville really supports us. When we have our big games, which are usually this month, a lot of the city people come and volunteer themselves. We have a big, big picnic. Last year we served over 600 hot dogs to the families and the children, and we get everything donated. And people from the city came. Cletus came, brought his grill, cooked 400 at a time. Christy, I can't think of everybody that came and helped us last year, but it was wonderful. And I just want to say thank you and pray for these children and pray for our organization. We have 6 people that meet at my house the first Tuesday of each month. And every once in a while we'll get number 7, but they stay with us about 2 weeks and then they're gone. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun. But come and join us sometimes and see our children. I just wish you all could. You would feel just as blessed as I do. Thank you. The American Legion supports us too. I better say them because they're sitting here.
Find out what y'all do.
I have everything on Facebook where we're able to do things, and we also have a page for Walton County Special Olympics. And everything that we do is for Walton County Special Olympics. We do all the schools in the county, private or public, whichever one that wants to come, they're welcome to come. Last year, we couldn't do it this year, but last year our bowling, we bused 325 special children to do bowling. And the police department is one of our biggest supporters. God bless them. The first year I don't need to talk so long. Harold will be telling me to be quiet in a minute. But the first year that the police department did our run, we were so worried that year because we had $400 in the bank. That's all we had. And we were going bowling. And when we go bowling, the people in Loganville work really well with us. But it cost over $1,000 to do that. And Harold and I, we put in a little, but I said, hey, this is a lot of money. We can't do this. So I just started praying and asking God to help us and show us a way that we could do this and pay for it. And Chief McHugh came up the house and said, Dick and I have been talking, and we want to help you, and we're going to have a run. I said, wonderful. What do you want us to do? He said, absolutely nothing. They have done this for us for 6 years. That particular year, the first year, was a little over $5,000. The last time they gave us this, it was over 10. They paid for so many things for our children to do. And you know, God just answers prayers. I don't care what anybody says. He answers my prayers because we did a lot of praying for our children. So please come and visit with us. And yes, Stan?
We at the Legion know how to make donations, but maybe there's some people in this room that want to make donations. Tell them how they can do that. It's
at Walton County Special Olympics. And you can send it to me. I live right here in Loganville. And Amanda Reed is our treasurer. She takes care of all of our money. I don't know if you know her or not, but she lives just outside of Loganville. And we work with the state. We send a state report in all the time on the money and everything. But we have so many people that are wonderful. And I did not mean, Ray, to talk this long because I know it's been a long meeting. But thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. And God bless you.
Thank you. Janice does an outstanding job with the Special Olympics. How's Rob doing, by the way? Miss Janice, how's Rob doing? Rob is one of my favorite Special Olympians. Good. Is he doing good? And Rob is a hoot. But please, if you haven't attended some of the events, you need to go. Very great. Anybody else? Well, I just got word that our mayor for days are going to get, look what they get. So look, if you guys have anyone that wants to be mayor for a day, let me know. Look at this.
I'll be a mayor for
You'll be mayor for something. Look at this. Congratulations. A little big, but they can sleep on. How about that? How about that? Stand up and show it off a little bit. There you go. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. We went a little bit over an hour. Perfect time. 6:30 to about 7:30 with all the stuff that we did. Have a blessed day. Have a great weekend. And don't forget the carnival right next door. Thank you. Have a good night. Blessed day.